Since Erik ten Hag was semi-recently sacked by Bayern Leverkusen, I had some thought. Now, after him getting sacked and actually thinking about who was there before Erik ten Hag, I thought of the perfect replacement. Now, hear me out. Xavi would be absolutely perfect for Bayern Leverkusen because, for one, the football that he actually wants to play kind of is similar to Xavi Alonso. Now, not completely, because obviously when it comes to formations, it's quite different. Because we all know Xavi Alonso at Leverkusen was playing with a three-back. Now, Xavi, on the other hand, at Barcelona played with a four-back. Now, when I mean similar, it's style of play. They like having possession of the ball. They like playing quickly. It's like a kind of mix of counter-attacking and possession football. It's not like Pep Guardiola back in the day with Barcelona when it was keep the ball as much as possible, but it is a direct form of possession, which they both play. And, similarly, not completely exact, not a carbon copy, but it has its similarities. Now, if they've had success with a Spanish manager that likes to play that style of play, I don't see why not bring in Xavi. Now, Bayern Leverkusen were definitely in for Xavi. They asked him twice to see if he wanted to be the manager, and he rejected it. Now, this is something where I see Xavi being a bit foolish because there's not a better bounce back job from Barcelona than Leverkusen available, because you're going to go to Bayern Leverkusen who are going through a rebuild. They sold tons of players, right? Now, he's going to go into Leverkusen and try to rebuild what Xavi Alonso once had, because that Xavi Alonso era already won their trophies, won invincible, had their crack at a European glory, and then Xavi Alonso left, Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, the list goes on all the players that have left that Leverkusen team, which allows Xavi to come in with a huge amount of backings, possibly due to all those transfers. They even broke the Premier League transfer record with the Florian Wirtz, transfer. But you go in there, start from scratch, and build your own team, and you could genuinely have success. It's quite possible. Xavi Alonso literally had so much success, he ends up getting the Real Madrid job. So if Xavi can go to Leverkusen, he'll have a lot of freedom, just don't abuse that freedom like Ten Hag, and I'll get to why Ten Hag was sacked in a different video, but it was basically because he wanted the players from his agency only. Xavi isn't going to be doing that. Not at all. At most, he'll show a Spanish bias, but nothing too crazy. At the end of the day, Xavi is twice the manager Erik ten Hag is, because Xavi has won a league title with Barcelona. Erik ten Hag, when it comes to a top 5 league, he's generally not done much but win a couple cups, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and treat them like UCLs. Now, Xavi, I'm not even a big Xavi guy, but he's twice the manager ten Hag is. And if Leverkusen really want, and they know it, if they really want to start a similar era as the Xavi Alonso, this lad Xavi right here would be the closest thing possible. And Erik ten Hag being sacked was a blessing in disguise to many people, because they're like, oh, you just let the manager barely get there. And I'm like, lads, this manager is a fool. You see how he handled the Man United, situation. At the end of the day, Xavi wasn't showing so much disrespect like Ten Hag always does, And Xavi actually is an accomplished footballer and has accomplished arguably more than Ten Hag in his managerial career. But for Xavi, he's probably looking for a bigger job, but in my opinion, going to the Leverkusen job, if you just keep him in top 4 in a Champions League position, many people are going to call it a success, which will line you up for possibly the Spain job, Barcelona job if Hansi Flick loses it and you can possibly come back. We've seen Real Madrid do it with Ancelotti, where they bring him back, sack him, bring him back, sack him. Or you could even get a big-time job at the Premier League. Arsenal, possibly, if Arteta doesn't win a significant trophy, could have a opening for that. And I feel like Xavi would be able to implement some quality football there. But anyways, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Do you believe it makes sense for Xavi to get the Leverkusen job? I believe it's a win-win situation for everyone.